Hi Virgo, welcome to your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of December 2022. I do want to thank you so much for your presence, but I also want to remind you this is general for your month, so simply take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But I do want to more than thank you in advance for hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel if you haven't joined this amazing Virgo tribe already, and do leave me a comment, if not several, down below. Tell me how it resonates, claim the success, you name it, however you want to go about it. But as well, to book a personal reading with myself, just reach out via email. Everything you need lies down below in the description box. And don't forget to check out your other placements within your individual chart for more messages. I'm not kidding when I say this is the third time I've attempted to get your reading done. The other two times I did them in full, okay? A total of about 40 something minutes in recording. It just did not cut it for me, okay? I feel as if there's a vibe about you where you're not in one, I want to say not settling for less to an extent, but also just desiring quality, right? And not allowing for oneself to, they're saying skimp on that, okay? For Virgo from the Small Money and Career deck to begin. And then we're going to pull one Light Seers Tarot for each part of the month, 6 in total, to see how the month is going to unravel for you for your money and career. And then we have the small everyday tarot to further clarify. For Virgo. Okay, extreme abundance as well as career advancement. Let's see what else we get. So naturally, with that being the first card out, you can definitely expect for this to be a month of true abundance, right? Not just a little bit here and there, but extreme abundance. I want to say specifically extreme success. People in the work environment, even if you're interviewing, people due to your business who are tuning in or needing your services, your products, very impressed, okay? Easily doing what you're going to do when you have to do it. I did hear nonchalant success, and I didn't love that message per se, but I do feel as if there's a vibe where you're easily succeeding. You're easily doing what you have to do when you need to do it, and being viewed as a very mature, reliable individual, and therefore being taken on board for a new position or a new promotion quite with a level of confidence, right? In what you're capable of, in just getting the job done once again, or just being viewed in that manner when it comes to what you're continuing at this time. People expect you to succeed or to simply be the best at what you do. But yeah, gaining abundance, again, we'll put this back, but I just feel like naturally abundance comes in multiple different forms, but money is on your mind to say the least. Let's take that one. It just feels like you could have heavy Taurus in your chart, I feel the need to say, but you just aren't forcing it. And it's working to your advantage, right? Just knowing that you are naturally good at what you do, a quick learner even, I want to say, and experienced for the majority drawn to this reading. Even if you're not, again, a quick learner, and just the confidence is working to your advantage, as I do feel like the career advancements that you're, multiple, that you're receiving throughout the month, but one in particular being highlighted. For some, it's, again, that promotion, a shift to a different department. It could just be gaining new employment. It could be more so in regards to a business being taken off. Let's just put it that way. Taking off in the right direction, gaining a lot of success and attention. And I do feel like this is going to push you to recognize at certain points that your savings is taking an increase. It could be quite a busy month for a lot drawn to this reading, but being noticed all the meanwhile helps you kind of push forth, right? Push towards more success for oneself. It may feel like at certain points there's a lot of mundane, sort of routine-oriented days where you're kind of just working the same job or just running the same business, but Spirit's saying it's up to you to spark some creativity within your day-to-day routines, or just kind of remember that enjoying what you're doing, even if it's very repetitive to an extent, that's key at this time, okay? But there's life-changing success that you need to be aware of, because again, it's hard with such a busy schedule, or just a lot changing at this time, more that you desire, having to think about certain investments for your finances, plan for it, a lot of, again, work to just cater to. It's hard at times to fully recognize that life-changing success, but I feel like you're gaining a new place of employment once again, or you're potentially gaining that promotion, certain levels of success and acknowledgement within your current day-to-day job. Some of you, this has to do with the life-changing financial investment that you're getting approved for, just gaining in one way, shape, or form, like a move of residence, excuse me, a new car. It's changing your life for the better, okay? And Spirit's saying this is well deserved, and your strength is shining through when it comes to your work. Love it. Good start. This is already so much better than the other 2 attempts. But the number 3, going back to that, this being the third full attempt to get your reading out there, the number 3 speaks upon success and spirituality. So your connection to the spiritual realm definitely, if I could even say it, could definitely play into your work in one way, shape, or form. Wouldn't be surprised if you are a bit psychic or just simply a tarot reader. Not to minimalize the value or just the power of which, because I said simply. But anyways, they're now saying you're well spoken, even though you may just overthink getting the right wording, or just kind of draw it out to get the right wording, kind of like I did. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if spirituality is wrapped up into your work in one way, shape, or form. Let's proceed. Social media work will be absolutely successful, okay? And keep in mind, growth is taking place at divine timing. What else do we have for Virgo to break down the first half of the month? We'll pull the first 3 and then clear the board so it's not too congested, too squashed on here, and then horrible wording, and then we'll pull the second half for Virgo. Okay, as I'm hearing a siren outside, I heard will come in for the rescue if a career situation or a living situation, something of the sort, is quite unhealthy. Now, not to focus on or just have this go in a negative direction, but not everybody's situation is perfect, right? You may have one of the main categories we've been speaking upon thriving and doing well, or just moving in the right direction, and then another one that needs replacing or just some improvement in one way, shape, or form. But with the 4 of Cups, when it comes to acquiring new opportunities, or one specific one, when it comes to, this feels very much like your energy. Wow, bear with me as I just struggled there. I feel like noise factors may play into your month in one way, shape, or form when it comes to running your business at home, or just being at home, relaxing, doing your thing. They're saying even cleaning up naturally as a Virgo, or when it comes to your work environment. But whether it comes down to accepting or looking into attracting in new options for oneself, new opportunities, or when it comes to what's already in your life currently, bear with me, let me just gather myself. There's a true need to recognize wholeheartedly what isn't meant for you, even if it once was, okay? Because that's going to change the game for you in a better, by bettering one's life in a healthy direction. It just all ties into the different levels of life-changing success for oneself, okay? Life-changing adjustments, let's put it that way. We're beginning the month with the 4 of Swords. So the number 44 coming out with the 2 4s there. Let's pull a small everyday tarot for this. Don't be surprised if the beginning of the month highlights the fact that you need to heal, rest from the month of November, even rewinding back in regards to all the hard work you've been putting forth towards your career and making money. But even in your downtime, money's on your mind. Thinking about how much you have, how much you gotta put forth towards this or that, what bills need to be paid off, right? Checking your account. Try not to let it consume you to the point where you don't enjoy your downtime, or even because that can alter your inner peace, but it can also strip it away, but it can also just push you to not even go through the healing, at least to the fullest extent that you need to, because you're just so focused on it and potentially stressed a little bit, okay? Let's see here, right from the middle. We have the 4 of Pentacles, so 444, wow. And they're all different elements. But I do feel like, once again, with the 4 of Pentacles, you're thinking naturally about your savings, right? Thinking about wanting desiring more control in regards to how things unravel, but Spirit will remind you if need be, through synchronicities, through other tarot readers, through your own card pulling, that you are in the driver's seat, okay? That you have that control and that you'll have the money that you need when you need it, okay? You may be thinking about saving up for a specific investment like a shift in residence, right? Or even when it comes to just paying off certain bills on time, right? Or clearing out debt. Stuff of this nature is going to be on your mind, but with the Four of Swords, protection is definitely a message, a reminder that comes through in regards to your financial health and wealth moving forward, and just cleaning things up, I even want to say, okay? That one large debt that you keep thinking about, don't stress it, okay? Because you could potentially be causing chaos in one's mind, heart, and soul, and that's not where things lie for oneself. Well, just to wrap that up, having the last of the fours, things are falling into place for you, Virgo, and you need to remember that, because it's hard for you to recognize and remember that in moments when you just, again, want things to be cleaned up, to be perfect, and you just have a lot on your plate. You're only one person. Keep that in mind as well. But we're moving on to the King of Pentacles for the middle of the first half of the month. Okay, and what I am as well picking up on from your energy, from the way this reading is proceeding, it's like you have a lot going on. You're getting a lot accomplished. You're very, very efficient. And they're saying, again, well spoken on top of it all, but you're not feeling rushed. It's like, I will get it done when I need to in the way I do it, okay? So it just feels like you're not fully discarding people's expectations or just the way people wish you were doing something, or timely expectations. Once again, bad wording in the end. Yeah, but the point is you're just doing things the way you feel comfortable, the way you know it from your experience over time, and just doing it at a comfortable pace. This is benefiting you in more than one way. We have the King of Pentacles clarified by the Emperor. So the middle of the first half of the month highlights the fact that you're very confident, right? And I feel like that's partially why what we were just speaking upon is taking place, where you know how to go about doing what you're doing, accomplishing what you're accomplishing, without stressing over it, right? It's this innate ability to, again, do what you do and do it well. And that's why you're impressing people, okay? What you produce and develop at this point in the month, and even previous to it, right? Say people are reviewing or tuning into your past work, creations, if you will. Again, very much impressed. This could even be in regards to, for some, an interview or multiple, where people are reviewing your portfolio or your work of art, your life's, or some of which, in regards to your life work, okay, your experience even. And this is very impressive, easily helping you achieve what you're there to achieve, okay? This could even be, I feel like, for some, the first half of the month in general highlights a great sense of luck in regards to achieving a new possibility, a new level of opportunity. But I was getting specifically an approval for a loan, okay? Some of which the month in general highlights moving towards even receiving the acceptance to a new place of residence, whether it's a new house, a new apartment complex is what I'm getting specifically. You left behind what you left behind. Don't second guess it, okay? Because I do feel like for a lot, there's just a thought or multiple thoughts, even intentions being sent out in regards to a leap of faith you wish to take in regards to your career. It could be more so, again, an investment in one way, shape, or form. But to wrap up the first half of the month, we have the King of Wands, another king, so very much in touch with your masculine side, male or female, and the Ace of Swords, okay? Very much in your head, to say the very least. I want to say the first half of the month in general, given what we spoke upon with the Four of Swords, now with the Ace of Swords here. But there is great possibility for a new passionate beginning at this point. But your mind is shining for all to see in regards to that pairing with your motivation, right? To do better, to get things done, even more than you should at times, for one reason or multiple reasons. But your ability to come up with creative solutions like that in the work environment, at home, it's just being highlighted in so many beautiful ways. And people are seeing you as somebody who will be advanced soon enough, or was recently, and proving why this is taking place or will, okay? But I just feel like, once again, this all ties into the ultra confidence that you're exuding at this time for your career, okay, in general. But I also feel like some of you work with numbers in one way, shape, or form, and even numbers going up will benefit you. But we have the Ten of Swords to clarify these two for the end of the first half. So don't be surprised if you're thinking about an ending from the past, one that's expected or desired for the upcoming future. But I do sense that there is a feeling of you being a bit depleted at this point, being a bit overworked, potentially due to you putting more on your plate or just accepting more when you should be maintaining things as is, or even removing some stuff from your plate, right? Your schedule. But I do also pick up the vibe that the end of the month highlights the fact that you're quite secretive in regards to your upcoming moves you're mulling over, planning for, waiting for approval in regards to, whether that more applies to your career or your finances or both, okay? And even when it comes to certain people you normally would update. But let's clear the board and see where the second half of the month takes us. Okay, bear with me. I'm gonna just make sure these are nice and tidy before we shift on forward. That is absolutely your vibe, not surprised. Let the peace take over as you do feel once again a bit burnt out. Because I just feel like you're learning more as to why something can't last, or you're learning more so why something couldn't work out in the past, multiple opportunities, situations, or just something wasn't the right option for you, or isn't if you're just still deciding. Does that make sense? To play out all the scenarios for Virgo. Second half of the month, okay. They want the first three. Okay, beautiful energy. Wow. Expect the second half of the month to feel more colorful. Okay, I feel as if this is more so where the abundance lies. It's almost as if the second half of the month shows evidently that your hard work is paying off, that things are shifting in a very important sort of lucky direction for oneself. But some of you may even be sitting here watching this reading thinking, luck has nothing to do with it. I work my ass off, right? But it is this sense that the luck is on your side while the spirit's backing you up. The universe is backing you up, however you want to view it. But again, your hard work is paying off. And there's that Seven of Swords again. Very, very to oneself. Not very outspoken in regards to a strategy, in regards to what's gonna happen in your situation or potentially. But I do feel like there's release of an opportunity, potentially a situation, but I do sense that there's honesty playing into your situation, whether it comes into your business, wrapped up into it, or more so your day-to-day job. Honesty with oneself in regards to what can last, as the energy here is affecting me. Or in regards to what you should accept or not accept. Anyways, so marching to your Virgo passionate drum in your own peaceful manner, that's paying off. But we're beginning the second half of the month with the Ten of Pentacles. Beautiful energy, a focus on your financially comfortable future, if I could even say it, and how that's just simply part of your destiny, right? Reaching for more. Some of you, there is a definite focus on your home life, your family life, right? How your income is affecting your family life for the better at times, okay? You may be dealing with certain stresses transitioning into the second half of the month, but Spirit's saying shake it off because there's so much to acknowledge as far as the color, the success, the abundance at this time. But I wouldn't be surprised if, again, to sort of match, but in a different way, the first half of the beginning of the month in general, the beginning of the second half highlights that you have money heavily on your mind, but the month as a whole. So the Emperor card, once again, talking about how you are producing and developing, being very creative as far as solutions go, mulling things over, gaining strategy in regards to where to put your game piece next, right? It's all about moves in the right direction for oneself, right? Or strategically holding back even. I'm not sure why that's coming out, but I just feel as if Spirit's saying whatever you decide at this point, or continue to move forward with confidence in regards to something you decided very recently, this is leading you towards your Ten of Pentacles lifestyle, okay? towards your Ten of Pentacles lifestyle. If there's anybody making you nervous at home, at work, both, just take a deep breath, okay? I just feel like you could even be making oneself a little bit nervous to an extent, stumbling upon your words at times. But I just feel as if even when you do find those imperfections coming to be when you're public speaking in a meeting, putting oneself on social media, online, it's that relatability about you that people are drawn to, okay? And it won't overall ruin the messages that you're trying to convey, okay? Keep that in mind. But we have the Empress card to move on to the middle of the second half of the month. Do be careful with the rants is what I'm hearing, as I do sense that there's a vibe where you're very busy once again. It could be the energy in the air in a situation or multiple where you were inclined to just kind of go on rants in the second half of the month and potentially the month as a whole. But slowing it down, especially when thinking about who you're communicating with, that could absolutely benefit you in the work you're producing and developing, or in regards to what you're trying to gain at this time. But I do sense that there's a lot coming towards you for work when it comes to what you're manifesting at this time. But I sense that for whatever reason, you make your way, you shift into the middle of the second half, and there's a stress-free kind of vibe, but you're just doing a great job at shaking it off, managing things well. Some of you managing multiple work opportunities with a level of confidence that is just inspiring in and of itself. But I do sense that as well, there's a focus on what you want to give birth to, a new expansion for your business, a new business idea, or a new job, or it could be a new place of residence. Maybe more than one for you, but I feel like it's one significant one that's taken a highlight that's going to leave you with less stress in general, with a healthier life as a whole, okay? To acknowledge, or just to remember that giving birth to the situation, right, to shift towards something better for oneself, is going to affect the other areas of your life, or at least some of which, for the better, okay? I don't need to give examples as to how that one could affect the other, but you get the point, okay? Spirit's saying this is going to improve things for you more than you can even know at this time, okay? But I feel like your Virgo mind may play out how that could come to be, okay? Even more so making you desire what it is at this time. But the Ace of Cups to wrap up the month in general, okay? So I really do feel as if you finish up the month, you finish up the year on such an abundant note, okay? Seeing one's cup overflowing, people loving what you post or what you're producing, developing, your presence at work. It just feels like you have that magical touch. That's the vibe I'm getting, okay? Your physical figure is working to your advantage as well for some, okay? Or your facial features, or both. But the Seven of Swords, it's this vibe where it's a very spiritual ending to the month, where you're simply putting in the work you need to, right? Putting your efforts towards what feels necessary and what feels important as far as change goes. But I do feel as if there's a lot of abundance overpouring from your Virgo cup at this time, the month in general, as we've been saying. But at the end of the month, for whatever reason, it's truly evident that you are not shouting to the world or even updating certain people in regards to what abundance you're acquiring at this time, okay? Spirit's saying absolutely strategic, but it may be this feeling where, going back to that Seven of Wands, certain people you're close to, or even just at a distance from, I want to say, are asking questions, right? Or asking one specific question where it may be a little bit difficult to keep it to oneself. But I also feel like there's good news at the end of the month that you may want to sort of shout to the world to an extent, but then hold back. Allow for oneself to finish up this month, finish up this year in general, patting yourself on the back for all you deal with at times, for all that you've gone through, the ups and downs, for all that you've achieved, and how much your situation is shifting in a positive direction, even if there's still improvements or changes you desire shifting into the new year, okay? It's once again a month for you where you're extremely abundant, okay, to say the very least. Money is taking an increase, and there's life-changing success left and right. Beautiful. So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your month, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Virgo.